we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to another sport. You can stick around if you want, White Bread, give your opinions.
All
But
right.
we're gonna talk football. We're going to football. We're gonna talk about the divisional rounds. There's not much to be said about the first game, which is Baltimore and Houston. Baltimore handled their business 34-10. The MVP, that's to my
My man, Black
co-host.
Jesus. Black
Yeah.
Jesus right there.
The
Black Jesus.
MVP, Lamar Jackson, did exactly what he should have did. He showed out in this game, and he had only 152 passing yards, but 2 TDs, 100 yards rushing, and 2 TDs. So he did it. He did it with the arm, and he did it with the legs. And CJ Stroud just, the lights might have got too big for him, but I think it was really Baltimore's defense was too much for him, and he just couldn't really get it going. But shout out to him for even getting as far as a rookie, and he's
Absolutely.
only going to get better. He has the support of Lamar Jackson, and I'm just really happy for him and D'Amico Ryan even getting this far.
Yeah, you said hold on. You said we didn't get to say much about this game, but you touched on it, but I want to shout out Baltimore's defense more than CJ Stroud's inability. I want to give more credit to Baltimore's defense.
Yeah,
And
10 points. 10 points.
they always make everybody that's supposed to be good and supposed to be, everybody that's hot when they come into Baltimore. Baltimore's defense always seem to civilize people this season. So they did it. They set up and they did what they did.
All right. So next on the hit list, we're gonna go to the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers.
That boy Love is different, man.
I'm just gonna say this, and this is my hot take on this game, because for anybody that don't know, I don't watch football, right? If you don't know, DePlano does not watch football and hasn't for over 4 to 5 years, maybe. I can't even, I done lost track. But I was home, and anybody that knows where home is for me knows I'm in the boonies. And I was having a bad day. And I decided to go to the bar and have some drinks. And of course, what was on the television? And I succumbed to everything in me, and I sat and I watched this entire damn game. And I will say, it was a good-ass game to fucking watch. Right? Yeah, if you're gonna break out of your not watching phase, you want to see an actual game.
It was a good
You know
one.
what I mean?
That you chose a good one.
Yeah, I chose a good one. And so because I chose a good one to come out of retirement, I want to say that Green Bay lost this game and San Francisco didn't win this game. That's my opinion on that game.
I agree. Green Bay had that one.
I saw Brock Purdy. They got the lead, and they made Brock Purdy try to have to take over the game. He missed several throws, and Green Bay did not take advantage of those. Usually when you air it out over a player, that interception is right there. And question, I know you used to play back there, so when you see that ball flying, you like, oh, these dudes let a couple of opportunities go where they could have put this game away.
I didn't go for interceptions. I went for the kill. Whoever cornerback who's on my side knows you go for it. Only way I'm going for it is if it's thrown directly to me.
That means he can't catch, ladies and gentlemen.
Plug-in. But I'd rather just take somebody's head off. Pause.
So what? So Quest, you play super strong safety?
Yeah, I play free safety.
Free safety, okay.
Yeah, so
what I mean, Kay, you can catch if you want to try, I can show you how.
Look, he ain't going for the ball. That's all you need to know.
Word.
Safety. Safety. I bet I got better hands than you.
It's okay. I guarantee you don't have better hands than me.
It's okay. You don't jump. You don't jump for those passes across the middle.
You better not across me. Not across me. see how good your HMO is. Take this shit to the other side of the field, not where I'm at.
First of all,
let's get back on track. Green Bay lost to San Francisco 24-21.
Can I just get my insight on this game real quick?
Yes, definitely. Go.
Fuck Green Bay. As a staff, organization, record label, we're in a motherfucking crew.
Okay,
San Francisco in the same manner. I hate both of them niggas now. And guess what? They're on the same level as the fucking Giants. I hate all them niggas the same much. I hope all them niggas drop the same smart tech. All them niggas. When I come, all you niggas. And that's all I got to say about that. I wish there was some way both of them lost. I don't know how it can happen, but I was just hoping both of them lost.
Look, I understand where the Green Bay hate's coming from, but I don't, but San Fran also took you out, so you just mad at the last two teams. Okay, say no more.
Who's San Francisco running into now? Who they play next?
Detroit
Lions.
That's gonna be a good one.
I hope Detroit pulls it off. Fuck San Francisco.
And they might play without Deebo Samuels, and if they don't, that should make the game even more interesting.
Well, this goes back to the conversation we had last week, Kay, where when you're the quarterback of the team, are you the reason we won? Are you going to be the reason we win? Or are you going to be the reason we lose? And in reality, Brock Purdy looked like a dude that didn't have Deebo Samuel out there. All right? He had one piece missing. No matter what McCaffrey did, no matter what Kittle did, if he had Deebo Samuel out there, maybe it's a different game. But that being said, that means you ain't the guy. You're just in a really good situation. All right? And this is the difference.
McCaffrey saved their ass. McCaffrey, that run saved their ass.
Thank you. And the thing is, this is where people need to understand where the term game manager needs to be applied. That's where you apply it. Brock Purdy is a game manager. He's a game manager that's playing with with obscenely talented players. Whereas you got like Jordan Love did not have the talent that Brock Purdy's playing with. And they damn near won that game.
But back to the football game. Here's what I want to say about San Francisco fans and about some of the commentators and some of these people out here, you know what I'm saying, that get paid big money to talk about the games. I hate the fucking fact that they want to talk about, it was raining outside and he was playing with a slippery football. Trying to
like Jordan Love wasn't.
Yeah, they both playing on the same field.
That's football.
Quarterbacks twice a week, they don't practice with wet football just to get kind of used to the game. Whether everybody on the fucking football field was playing with the same wet ball. Like the other team was too. They were like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I hate that they try to create that narrative and that backdoor excuse for that motherfucker because they've been sitting here trying to put this motherfucker in the same category as the Lamars, as the Josh Allens, as the motherfucking Pat Mahomes earlier. You know what I'm talking about? So that's one. That's one thing I got to say about that game. The second point I want to touch on. I want to thank the San Francisco 49ers defense for making Jordan Love look like the regular fucking quarterback he was, because the Cowgirls made him look like he was the next fucking coming of Joe Montana and him motherfucking self. That nigga perfect 21. It was the Cowgirls. So I'm happy somebody civilized that motherfucker and blitzed him, picked him off twice, and kept his QBR to under fucking. His QBR was like 70 or like 66 or some shit like that. It wasn't some ungodly shit. They made him look regular. Shout out to Aaron Jones. He had a good game again. You know what I'm saying? He had a big run, but Green Bay, they made it as far as they should have made it. Nobody wanted to see the Packers in the motherfucking championship game. Everybody just needed to see the Packers beat the fucking Cowgirls so they ain't get no playoff victories this year. They did their fucking job. Thank y'all very much.
Bro, we live rent free in your head, bro. Like, you cannot go. This had nothing to do with us. You cannot.
Whoa, sir. You just went on a rant about how much you hate them,
As the
and you
Giants-
saying they got nothing to do with y'all?
I didn't even say my team's name. He goes out his. You can't do. What is wrong with you?
I just want to
But
say,
we know why you hate the team because
wanna
they
say
beat you.
I want to say one thing, that I appreciate for being on the show, but the white man has to go. I have to go do homework with the little one, and I have to go be daddy now. So thank you so much
Go
for
do your
having
thing.
me, and I appreciate everybody.
Okay.
Everybody have a good time.
You know the motto.
All right, man. Thanks for showing up, white bread.
FTK, FTK, white bread. Fuck them kids. You guys can't get the fucking homework. That's your business. I'm not the teacher. The fuck?
Oh my
boy.
God. So analysis, Ferg. Quest gave his. K gave his.
Yeah,
Green Bay, San Francisco.
Yeah, so like I said, I think what you saw was a quarterback that got propped up by his coach. He got propped up by his defense. He got propped up by those that were around him. And San Francisco got lucky. Do I think that they can recover from this? Yeah. If Debo plays, sure. But the Detroit Lions ain't nothing to mess with, because if there's one thing they're going to bring intensity. And the Packers played to win that game.
They bite your kneecaps, you heard? Detroit
Yeah.
bite-
If San Francisco comes out and Brock Purdy's playing the same way, Detroit's going to run them out. Because what you don't see Detroit doing is making the mistakes that Green Bay did to let San Francisco back in the game. That I don't see Dan Campbell allowing. I personally feel that Green Bay should have run the ball a little bit more in the fourth quarter to try to keep the ball out of San Francisco's hands. When what they got too pass happy and stopped the clock and gave San Francisco an opportunity to come back. Green Bay should have won that game, but that doesn't mean that San Francisco can't recover. And did we talk about Baltimore yet?
Yeah, we talked about Baltimore already.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
as far as Baltimore goes, they're the only ones that can stop themselves, in my opinion. I think they're going to beat Kansas City, in my opinion. I had predicted Baltimore, San Francisco, but for once, you can actually see why Lamar. Not us. I hope the powers that be can finally see that he's that dude. He's that dude. Stop playing with him. All right, stop trying to force feed us Brock Purdy. The dude is Lamar Jackson. Okay, own it. Respect it.
I hate to interrupt you, Ferg, but before we get to the last topic of the night, you're leading into one of the topics.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
You're leading into one of the topics. So what I want to do is I want to real quick go through these other two games so we can get to that topic. So we can spin right back around to what you just said. Tampa Bay lost to Detroit, which everybody expected, 31-23. I don't think anyone picked Tampa Bay to win this game. Shout out to Baker Mayfield. He did as much as he can with what he had. It was just the lights was too big for him on this. It was just Detroit was just a better team. I expected this W, and shout out to the Detroit Lions and Dan Campbell, Jared Goff, etc., so forth for making it to the NFC Championship game. Kansas City Chiefs beat the Buffalo Bills 27-24. I saw clips of the wide right of this kick that could have tied the game from Buffalo, and how they put it side by side to when they did the same thing versus the Giants in the Super Bowl.
Scott Norwood, wide right. As soon as
When I heard him say wide right, I was like, oh, nah, they about to lose it.
Yo, it's crazy that it was like you looked at it, it was almost identical. They put them side by side. So Kansas City is on their way to the AFC Championship game to face the Baltimore Ravens. So now what I will do is I'm going to play a clip
Wait,
of
wait, wait.
something,
I'm
and we'll.
trying. Wait, hold up. We can't do that. I love football too much. We spent too much time on other topics, but that Josh Allen and Pat Mahomes game that we just seen was head to head the best quarterback matchup we just saw this weekend, B. Like
Yes.
we just saw two of the dudes. There's only three dudes in the league. It's those two and then Lamar Jackson. All three
Yes.
dudes there in the AFC. And we just saw two of them go head to head, B. And Josh Allen absolutely should have won that game. If you watch that game, your heart pours out for him because everything fell right. Like, how the fuck did you go for that fake punt on 4th and 5? Stupid fucking call. But then the football gods gave them that fumble on the goal line. So it's like, all right, your coach fucked up. He should have did a fucking fake punt, but we're gonna give you back the ball without these niggas getting a point. And then Diggs dropped the fucking ball, and then the fucking bum ass kicker missed it. Yo, it's like the kicker robbed us of more game magnificency. I'm making up a word like the homie Chris Bailey. he robbed us because everybody and they motherfucking mama know. I'm telling you, I was damn near getting ready to roll another fucking blunt because once that game would have got tied up with 124 and it was 0-0 again, a whole new game was about to start because Pat Mahomes was about to go up the fucking field and score again. You know what I'm saying? But Buffalo's fucking kicker, Bash Nash, whatever the fuck his dumbass name is, robbed us of that magnificency. You know what I'm saying? And it's just fucked up. Like my heart really pours out for Bills Mafia. My heart pours because everything fell fucking right for them. Everything fell right. With the run, the play, the game. Them niggas held the ball forever. They did it all, my nigga, except for win the fucking game, B.
Except for when it counted, because I came across a clip of the 3 plays that
I know exactly what you're talking
prevented
about.
them. That prevented them from winning this game, and Stephon Diggs was one of them. Listen, I'm gonna say something very unpopular. So this is clickbait right here. I think Stephon Diggs threw this game. Stephon Diggs threw this game. Stephon Diggs has been a little what's the word I'm looking for?
Petulant.
He's been
bitch assy. I mean,
lately. Yeah. I like that one. Bitch assy lately with the Bills. And I think he really wants to go where he thinks to play with his brother, which is I don't know. I don't understand why. But once he looks like a creep. But look, once it came out that Stephon Diggs once I started to see him acting a little funny and wanting to go play with his brother, I haven't even seen the Stephon Diggs that everybody is groomed to love in this past year. Stat-wise, nothing. Look at these stat lines. Your brother? Look. He only had 3 receptions for 21 yards. But he was targeted 8 times.
And he had like 3 drops.
So what I'm saying is Josh Allen ain't inaccurate as a quarterback. So what the hell, bro? Like, what the hell? Even when he needed you most to win this game, you didn't even show up. I think this was almost set up by him for a perfect way for him to exit that team. So shout out to Josh Allen because he did his thing. But it's too much. It's too many things that make me feel like it was intended for this to be the outcome.
And you know what else? That 3rd down play where he has Diggs on the crossing route and he decides to go into the end zone rather than catch Diggs who's wide open. That's a quarterback that knows I can't trust my best receiver because can't nobody tell. I don't care if you got the dude open in the end zone and then you got Diggs right underneath crossing, you go to your best guy. And the fact that he did not throw it to Diggs and figured, I'm going to show you that I could get it without you. I'm not mad he threw the ball into the end zone because you know that there's something more there. But in reality, the right football play is to hit Diggs on the crossing route and get the yards after catch You keep the clock running, and you don't give Mahomes back the ball. That's the right play. But God only knows what's going on in that locker room with Diggs, and I think that had a lot to do with Josh Allen not throwing him the ball there.
I agree.
Good shit, Ferg.
I agree.
Thank you.
I agree. So let me play this clip. Unless Quest has anything he wants to say about Kansas City and Bills. Yeah, nothing.
I ain't watching no fucking football. Fuck football now. God damn it. I want either Detroit or fucking the Ravens to win this shit. Everybody else, fuck them niggas, God.
I feel you. So now I'm gonna play this clip. If you can pay attention closely to some the details in the clip so you know why I'm playing it.
If the Ravens and 49ers win, whoever made this is not seeing another day. This was 2 hours before kickoff, and just pray for this guy, because I promise you he's cooked. Packers fans might get blessed. You never know. If the NFL sees this, they're going to have to call an audible, and the 49ers are just going to have to take the L.
So that was on.
What the fuck was that? I couldn't even really read. Post Malone was in it. I know that.
So basically, they already booked the Ravens and the Niners in the Super Bowl, and those guys, the artists there have been scheduled to perform at the Super Bowl with those two teams. That was posted by another person on Saturday. That was posted on Saturday.
I'm gonna say this: that person who was talking, he looks like the Bills fan who was crying his heart out at the end of the game. But finish what you were saying.
Yeah. So this was 2 hours before the San Francisco 49er kickoff that was posted. So I've came across it. I've just been holding on to it because there's people that if Easy was here right now, I'm going to channel my inner Easy One murder and say that it's a conspiracy because they want to see Mahomes in the championship game against Baltimore. But I think do you think sports is rigged? Is there a chance that they wanted these teams to meet and they're going to make sure no matter what that it was going to happen?
Look, anything man-made can be rigged. Anything man-made can be rigged. We watch it because we're emotionally attached to it, but it ain't too far-fetched. The only problem is it's just very difficult to prove. That's all it is. It's very difficult to prove.
That's a fact.
Something like think about it, right? Like you would have to basically tell me that the storyline is for the Jets to win 1 year after I die. If you told me that that's the storyline, I believe it. Why? Because they don't want us to win now. You know what I mean? Or the Knicks are gonna win when I'm blind, when I can't see the game. So somewhere there's a Cubs fan that's upset, because they missed it. Look, I believe it's always possible, but it's just hard to prove.
Okay, I know you're not a conspiracy theorist, but what you think?
So for me, for it to happen, you know me, it's like I'll entertain it and say, here's how the only way it could be. The players in that locker room and the head coach ain't got nothing to do with rigging the game when it comes to football. Them 53 men in that locker room and that head coach and that organization ain't got nothing to do with taking a knee or bowing down or not going out there and playing for everything they know how to play for. If anything, it's the referees. And if you telling me the referees have different agendas and they're going to try their best to fix certain games, then, I can believe that. Because as a kid, I once believed wrestling was real. I had to grow up before I realized that wrestling was fake,
Whoa, we don't use the F word.
Believe it. So it's like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? But I had seen it. I mean, I've been seeing things about Baltimore and San Francisco being in the Super Bowl for the past 2 months. That heard it was rigged. Like, you know what I'm saying? Different things on social media and all that saying that it's been fixed for those two to be there. So, we'll see. We'll see.
Hell yeah, it's fucking rigged. That's why the Cowboys haven't won. Duh.
How did I know that was coming?
Honestly,
How did I know that was coming?
I think all on the leagues, NBA, I feel like they push an agenda to have a certain person in the fucking finals 125 times. I feel like they do push a narrative to see because they make more money with certain teams. Like if there's a Laker or a Golden State as of for the past few years, the more popular teams, you know what I mean? Like I feel like they mold it to how they want it to go a little. It may not be all the way, hey, you're gonna do scripted, but I feel like they molded and directed certain ways to go certain ways. I believe that.
Well, I'm gonna go back to what Kay said. May not be 53 of the players, but I think it might be 50. It could be 47 of the players, right?
Yeah. I hate to be the nigga that didn't get the script.
Like no. So this is what I believe. I believe a true competitor, script or not, and whether y'all agree with this or not, NBA players have come out and talked about what's been scripted, what they've been told is supposed to happen, and what they're supposed to do. Right? NBA players have talked about things being rigged and some players wanting to go up against
whoa, don't do that. Because everything I've heard about ex-NBA players is like this is their OG teammates telling them, hey, the referees wanted to be like this. Their head coach ain't telling them to
No, but I didn't wait, Kay. I never said the head coach. Relax, sir.
All right then. So you got
wait. I just said they were given a narrative and didn't want to follow it. Now I didn't say by the head coach. They knew what the narrative was, right? So what I'm saying is that as a competitor, it's very hard for you to go against a narrative when you're trying to put your all into something to win. But there's people who either get a certain amount of money under the table or can have a gripe to easily fall into the narrative. And that's why I think Stephon Diggs could be part of that. Me personally, I'm just talking about that perspective.
Well, me personally, I've seen way too many underdogs win. I've seen way too many teams that nobody thought was going to win, that nobody gave a chance to win, beat motherfuckers because they just fought harder than them, and they were just more focused than them was on that day because they were taken lightly. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, so okay, let me ask you this as a Giant fan, right? Could you see a narrative, right, for one of the most recognizable names in NFL history, right? To make sure that if they're ever gonna win something, it's gonna be against somebody, no matter what happens, it's gonna go down in history as probably one of the best. Let's just say hypothetically, it would have been easy to make sure you decide Tom Brady gets 2 extra W's, right? Or for a guy that you know that's going to consistently keep winning, right, regardless of these 2 losses, if they're going to lose, it's going to be Tom Manning. You follow what I'm saying? Like, I can see, because you can't tell me that the Giants didn't win that game.
No. You know I can't follow what the fuck you're saying hypothetically because in my heart I'm a true blue Giant fan. And how fucking dare you try to say our Super Bowl was rigged?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that, sir.
You talk about the politics of it.
You have to listen to the words that are coming out of the mouth. I never said it was rigged. In my heart, I was still watching at that time. You couldn't tell me the Giants didn't hands down beat the Patriots twice. You can't tell me that. I'm saying that in a world where there may be narratives, if there was ever a narrative, to lose to a Manning twice, to make sure that the other Manning is a Hall of Famer, to beat the New England Patriots, that you can't script it any better.
But you know what, though? This is why I said it's hard to prove.
This is why his name is Eli the Great, not Eli the regular, not Eli the average. His name is Eli the fucking Great. Because that narrative, he created the story that every fucking cowgirl ain't want to script that story. Fake ass America's team ain't want that story to be written.
Look how he brings this up again.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
think
going front though.
at this
There,
point, I think he's obsessed with the Cowboys. I think he's obsessed.
I'm not going front.
The
I
Cowgirls
saw,
in your fucking face. Your
Bro.
right
I saw, I saw a clip on the gram, and it was Michael Francis, the former mobster, that was talking about how you guys that get into gambling problems when they can't pay, you basically got to throw 3 picks to start the game to basically pay them back. And that's exactly what Dak Prescott went out and did. He looked like a dude who owed a gambling debt, and he was just like, "Look, Jerry, I gotta throw 3 picks first before we get a chance at this game." And as soon as he threw his 3 picks, them dudes woke up and started scoring points again. I'm telling you right now, somebody got to check Dak's pockets. He might be gambling.
I think the baby knows. The babies always know something. They always know when something's up.
Sweetie, was Dak gambling? Yup.
Are y'all done? Are y'all done? Are y'all done? Any more?
You think Dak took money? You think Dak took money, Chris?
Fucking money.
He's light skinned. You shouldn't trust him. You shouldn't trust him. He's light skinned.
Fucking money. First of all, I agree with you, D, because Eli Manning is the first quarterback with Down syndrome to win a Super Bowl. So I agree that there was a narrative placed. You know, he had Down syndrome, so we got for all the people in the world with Down syndrome. If we have this guy win the Super Bowl, one of the biggest games in the world, they believe they could do anything. So they pushed the narrative of the Down syndrome quarterback winning the Super Bowl. So I believe that. I believe that that's what happened in New York. That's it. I believe it.
Twice.
It was
Twice. They needed to. They needed to do it twice.
Listen, listen. People with Down syndrome, they can do, and the way they're moving around now after that.
Hey, I'm just happy that whatever narrative you want to believe, I'm happy. I'm so happy that we dragged our nuts all through Dallas on our way to the chip. We beat Romo in Dallas, in your stadium with my QB with Down syndrome wrote his name on the wall because he got the first playoff W with that motherfucker on his way to that chip. You heard? So talk all that Down syndrome shit you want, my nigga. The niggas had to paint a whole wall over because they seen Eli's name after he bust Tony.
Y'all haven't beat us since.
Yeah. You sound scarred for life.
That's the last time we played in the play.
Yeah. You still mad at Jessica Simpson, bro. You still mad at Jessica Simpson for the time she took Romo on that vacation.
Y'all haven't beat us since.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna conclude this show with that. You know, and the hate that Quest has for the Giants. But
I'm watching
is there a narrative in sports? Could be. We'll never know. Like Ferg said, you'll never be able to prove it. But another good show. Stuff going on while we're here. Doc Rivers hired as the coach for the Milwaukee Bucks. Let's see what he could do with the team.
The Knicks beat the Brooklyn Nets.
As they should have. That's not news.
Yeah, we were supposed to win that game.
That's not news, sir. That's not news.
Talk about that next show because we're gonna keep on going for a minute. If we really get into that right now.
No, there's nothing to get into. I don't talk about stuff that should happen. This is why Quest was like, the Spurs, Embiid, 70 points. Should have had 100. Hey, but it's still great. It's great for the sport. Not like they had anybody on there that could have guarded them. So it is what it is. Well, I'm your host, Plano. Only on 92.6 WKBP, The Spot. This is Straight from the Block, another episode, the divisional round episode. Co-host, holla at him on the way out.
You already rolled this, man. It's your boy Questro, a.k.a. Crip Baylor. Stop playing me, you heard?
Ashton Martin, a.k.a. Mr. Martin. You already know what it is. Till next week.
It's your boy Haitian Ferg. We'll see you next time.